What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I don't typically do a lot of videos discussing some of my stuff that I do in the lawn, as far as what I do to try to keep up with my grass. That being said, the house that we're at now, the lawn was really in good shape when we got the house. They were on a plan with, I believe, True Green or one of the lawn care companies, and they did a really good job. This house had been overseeded, sprayed, taken care of quite a bit. Well, in the last year and a half, I've had some broadleaf that has been migrating into the yard, and in doing that, I've trying to take care of the yard. In doing so, I've been trying to get rid of this broadleaf. So throwing everything at it that I knew to use, 2,4-D, triple action lawn care stuff, all of the typical things. Well, there's a couple of guys' YouTube channels that I follow. One's Lawn Care Nut, the other's Ryan Knorr. But I hadn't ever really heard anybody discuss a good broadleaf control. But I came across one of Ryan's videos the other day, and he talked about a product that he had started using called T-Zone, and I started using it, and it's doing a great job. It's starting to rain on me here, by the way, so if I gotta cut the camera, I might finish up inside of the garage, but I wanted to show you all what it's doing to the creeping Charlie that I have in my yard. Okay, so you can see how well it's dealing with the clover. That's just one of the spots in my yard. That's another great thing about the product is I believe already has a 2,4-D in it, as well as it is a herbicide that will deal with many other broadleaf weeds in your yard. So I've never had this much success with any kind of a weed be gone or anything like that on clover, and I believe we're only on day 6 or 7, and really to see full results, I believe the product tells you to wait till about 10 days. So let's see, some of the creeping Charlie that's kind of spread out in my yard, as you can see, it's starting to kill it off. See if I can find a couple of other spots. Yeah, so it's really starting to take care of it. I've never found anything that would even touch it. You can see where it's completely retracted one of the leaves there. But to just kind of show you, this is out kind of near the road, but where it's really starting to kind of infiltrate the yard. I also had like a bigger patch of some I don't know if it's clover or if it's another just type of broadleaf, but that was getting really dense in this area. I've never found anything that would work on that. Let's see, I'll take you to a couple other spots in the yard. So this is another spot in the yard where I've gotten rid of a large pine tree here. This is all relatively new grass, pretty young grass that I have in here, and it was starting to really get overran with weeds coming in where I had planted the new seed because I couldn't run the mower on it, and I didn't want to put any triple action on it. This is my neighbor's yard, so you can see just how much broadleaf I have that's right up against the edge of my property, and where it kind of starts to stop, minus this area here. But let's see, I just walked past some where you can see where it's really starting to kill off this creeping Charlie, I believe is what I've identified it as. Here's where it's really starting to attack the clover. And I was starting to run out when I got to this area and started spraying, but you can see how well it's starting to take care of a lot of the weed that was growing into this area, and it didn't do anything to hurt the newer grass. Now I've obviously still got some bare spots that I've got to get some more grass seed sown, but I didn't want to get the weeds to get any worse. Kind of wrap up the video, everybody. I just wanted to show you what the product looks like. This is the packaging as far as how it comes. It does have the secondary side where you can unscrew the cap, squeeze the bottle, and fill it to the proper amount. I believe full on it is 1.5 ounces, which is the maximum recommended amount of ounces to treat 1,000 square feet. And I wanted to talk about that just for a second and how I went about using the product. This kind of piggybacks on Ryan's video. What he ended up doing is, I believe you can mix the product one of two ways. You can do either 1.2 ounces for 1,000 square feet to 1 gallon of water, up to 1.5 ounces for that same ratio, or you can do 1.5 ounces to 5 gallons of water for the same 1,000 square feet. I did a little bit of research as to why you might want to do that, and just like Ryan states in his video, it basically gives you more carrier volume and it allows you to saturate more. Some of the chemistry that's behind that and what that is allowing the product to do is you're getting more dilution, but you're actually getting more droplets, you know, over the entire area versus kind of a more potent spray and less volume. So I ended up going with, because I also didn't want to, and Ryan, you know, the product is very specific on here to be very diligent with it, not overlap your spray areas, you know, not to over treat areas, and that's why I wanted to go with more of a diluted rate on it. So my backpack sprayer holds 4 gallons of water, so I ended up going with the 1.5 ounces to 4 gallons of water, and I basically just spot treated my entire yard. I didn't walk it with the fan spray and try to get every square foot of my lawn, because you know, a lot of it doesn't have weed in it. So I just wanted to basically walk all of my stripes that I have cut in the lawn. Sorry for the background noise. Walk all of the stripes that I have cut in the lawn and saturate those areas and pockets with weed in it. So again, that's how I use the product. I believe I can retreat once it's been 4 weeks, I think I'll have to go back and look. But I bought the product off of Amazon. What I wanted to do was, for anybody that's interested in using this product, I'll put a link down in the description for the T-Zone, as well as one of the Scott's Professional backpack sprayers. I picked mine up, I believe, at Home Depot, but I think Amazon has them as well. The backpack sprayer is it's a lot better, in my opinion, than trying to walk around the yard with a pump sprayer that only holds 2 gallons, so you're not going to get as much dilution. But it also just starts to kind of pull on you. Since I've started using a backpack sprayer, I think it's a lot better, in my opinion. But that being said, you know, I have not found anything that has been effective whatsoever in my lawn to deal with clover or this other broadleaf and some of the other weeds that it seemed like I was having to do more of a repeated treatment on with just a Weed B Gone or a 2,4-D product. But yeah, as I was telling you all, and I thought that was the case, this does have a 2,4-D in it, so I believe I'm just going to go to this as my overall general weed treatment, whether that be broadleaf or crabgrass or any other kind of weed, and then just use it as a spot treatment, and then use my, you know, triple action preventative and fertilizer my couple times a year, and that's all I'm going to do. If this is working as effectively as it is, I don't see the need to really run any other products. I believe this, how many ounces is it? 32 fluid ounces was about around $40. So I'm only using 1.5 ounces for a treatment, so you're going to get, you know, in the neighborhood of the high 20s amount of times that you could, you know, do a basically 4-to-1 dilution and be able to treat your yard. So I believe that's how I'm going to go. Again, I don't typically share a lot of information when it comes to lawn care stuff, because it is home related, and I do try to typically talk a lot about the things that I do around the house or things I'm working on. But because it was so effective and it's working well with a problem that I've had for going on 2 years. I wanted to share that information with you all. So hopefully that helps you, you know, and you know, if you're having these problems, I highly would recommend this product. It's doing very well for me thus far. If I have any other issues, obviously I'll let you all know. But that's going to wrap it up for me on today's video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in a comment down below. I'll try to answer those as, you know, they come in. But other than that, we appreciate you tuning into the channel. As always, we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care and have a good day.